Welcome back. Welcome back to the Insomnia TF. I don't know, you just stared at me like this, and I got lost in your eyes. Anyway, I'm joined with Equally. Yeah. I'm Turbo Tabs. It's nice to meet you. It's nice to see look into your eyes, Twitch chat, because we've got some more video games happening. Our games continue. There's 4 more rounds left to go.
More.
I was completely wrong when I said it was like winding down, and we're winding back up again.
I mean, it's like 20 to 6, right? There's a lot of day left in the day.
Yeah, and a little bit of night as well. That as per tradition, we have to dip it a little bit into. Yeah. Speaking of dipping into, we've got Alien versus K's Good Cooking.
That's the one.
Can you cook well, Equally?
I am okay at cooking, but my housemate cooks basically everything because he's way better. It's a sad kind of thing where he's good, and then the few times that I cook, he just kind of looks at my stuff a bit like, oh, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah. It was either
he might be watching. Hi.
It was either that question or whether or not you worked on an alien in your workshop recently. So I'm glad we ended up with this name instead.
Fun story? No. No.
All right, we're going to be going live relatively soon, as in relatively soon, right now.
Keeping more like.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, in the game.
Send us into the game. Transition. Oh. Seamless. All right, welcome to our continued round robin segment. It's K's Good Cooking versus Alien Workshop. It is a David and Goliath in a sense. Look, K's Good Cooking, maybe they've got something in the kitchen cooking. Let's see what they've got to start off with. It's a right side push, Equally.
Yeah. I mean, biggest thing I'm seeing right now is a frag in the hands of Shades. Gonna get traded out though, a little bit interesting. Back and forth, a lot of damage toward Lucky. He's gonna be surviving. It's just gonna be Lord Jr. He's all the way gone. He's basically nowhere really anywhere. He's just gonna be sitting there seeing if he can get some kind of spawn cap. That ain't gonna happen, but guess what? My boy Lucky, he's got his crits.
This happens every time I look at a right side push onto mid. It looks really convincing when they nuke that one poor player and then they just lose the rest of the mid. And it looks all right to start off with, but there were just no frags left. There were crits coming in, Temrain taken out. They're just not used to this sort of gameplay to be brought out into regular TF2. It's kind of clowny TF2. Get in the clown car, Equally.
Get in the clown car. Everyone fits in. Keep it going. We're seeing this push continue to go into last while Piggy's going to stand at the point. No one's quite aware of him. They need to block him.
I don't think they even need to block him. They've actually, oh god, they're just really lemoning in all those players remaining. I think Alien are just kind of feeling out K's Good Cooking just to see if they can get away with shenanigans, and I don't think it's completely for free here.
Yeah. All right, so we do see good little recovery here from K's Good Cooking. We just see a lot of aggression. Tabby's really laying down the... the pre-fire air shot! Kazuki! This is crispy little repush. Oh my days, this is not looking good for K's Good Cooking at all.
Yeah, I think because everyone was just busy high-fiving on the point Equally, nobody was really thinking about Big Door. Nobody has it on lockdown. I know they want to stack that point and maybe just like get that sort of last back cab out of it, but it's still a kind of a demanding door to hold.
There's something important in this game I didn't realize exists. That dude just did an actual front flip.
You haven't paid attention to the items in the past couple of years, have you?
I really have not.
The drum kit and now the backflip.
Oh, there's a front flip again.
Yeah, I heard there's a lovely little website where you can pick up all these lovely items, Marketplace.tf.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Crazy, bro.
If and if you're struggling to connect to the Market.tf, Drake Tech has you covered with their network as well. Anyway, another mid, another dawn, another day. I mean, this time we're going for more of a traditional hold here on this sort of mid fight for K's Good Cooking. And it's going a bit stronger so far. They're just kind of being pushed a bit out of the rest of the mid, and whatever soldiers have remained don't really have any backup will sort of follow through with their sort of skirmishing fights. With no exits and no sort of prospects, they will wipe here.
Oh, you could see in Tavi's eyes just then he was debating bin, and then someone told him that the spawns would be a little bit too quick. So he's like, all right, I'll be reasonable. I'll be reasonable a sec.
I know what you're thinking, Twitch chat. This game isn't close at all. There's nothing like, well, this is probably the closest game we're going to get, so you're going to eat it.
In this round, there are further rounds.
And, of course, in this round, I mean. Well, we've got Deer on Sniper. I've seen some magic happen from Deer, so I think we could probably have it happen again.
Real question for you right now, Turbo.
Oh, no.
Sniper on Gully last. Do you rate it?
It's all right, It's you can always switch out now. They've Ubered straight in, so this is probably the time that Deer wants to switch off to a different class. They've already got that ×2 camp, no resistance. I don't rate Sniper if you don't have anybody blocking that point.
Yeah, little bit being picked apart right now. What I will say is Lucky has gone back to the Medigun, so he does have Uber again. probably to save his KD stats more than anything, but there's a little bit more respect being shown. But, you know, new mid, new me, new world order. We're going to be seeing both these demos roll out. I think fairly comparable.
It just comes down to these mid points. I think if they can just figure out some sort of holding point or like coordination on these mids, it won't feel as devastating for K's good cooking. And they're just really struggling to hold their ground against these soldiers. It's actually improving though, with the dust settling just a little bit towards the end of Alien Workshop, but everyone's brought down so low. There was ingredients there for a 1 blue mid.
1 blue mid. There was. Didn't happen though, basically. Didn't happen at all. And now we're going to be seeing actually a little bit of a spicy pick. So this will be the side of Alien Workshop taking control a second point. That's nice. But Lucky, having both medics died at the same time, he is going to be spawning on the old crit streak, but they've actually lost Suki. So is this an opportunity for K's good cooking to go for this to try and repush? Because I like it.
We have to do a quick kind of head count though if we're pushing against Alien, because any of those scouts could just weasel their way in behind. I think they're just kind of fishing with that roaming soldier, or that scout I should say. They have gone down, have exchanged players, but you know, if you don't try, you don't win.
That is very, very true, but I'm looking right now at Lucky getting a real chance right now. 95% going to be crits in the hands any second. They're all the way towards River. Tavi is going to be taking this crit. He's going to be calling for it. They need to go nice and quickly, though.
The sacrificial soldier kill to start off things. A nice sticky, but not quite reaching the medic. Finally gets Temrain. There's no real sort of resistance being thrown at this crits. Usually, when you see anybody crits in, everyone just dogpiles onto that demo man, but they want to dodge it out instead, and it's a difficult task here. And it goes to show why. Alien Workshop with another round on the board.
Yeah, they were a little bit slow there. It wasn't a perfect crit by any means. Their timing window was very, very narrow. But ultimately, you know, Tavi didn't hit the first, but he hit the second, and that's all that mattered.
They even gave him a gimme. You know, they gifted that soldier on a platter. They probably were feeling good, and they're like, that choke is on lockdown. And then, psych, the crit's coming in. 3-0, 24 minutes. It's definitely a long time in FPS land.
Oh, is that a speedy boy rollout right there?
That's a speedy boy rollout. Now, do you think they still have the greed to keep pushing forward? The right side push again, and oh, poor Solar being pressured out by these scouts. It looks a bit more blue every mid that passes, though, equally. And I think we're actually going to say it. They've won a mid.
They've done it. It has not been a total roll. We do see an 8 HP from Kasuki, who surely is going to die basically any second.
Yeah, I think they even are aware of it, game sense-wise. They can smell him in the water. Actually, oh, no, he gets out of the pool.
He's so cheeky.
Yeah, so one less for the old stats. As now they have a bit more confidence coursing the things. 3-0s are not impossible to come back up from, especially with 23 minutes left on the clock. And this is the first sort of time they've actually had some kind of power in this server.
That is true, but their power does also come in the hands of a 50% disadvantage. And Tavi right now, he's going to be walking all the way through the show.
Stickies have been cleared by Solar, just kind of gifting that sort of trap for 3. Scout doesn't quite get the memo there. Tok really just wanted to stay in and fight for some reason.
Yeah, a little bit of feeding, and actually Temrain's in a really dodgy position right now, trying to get all the way towards Shuttered. It is actually having getting blocked a little bit, but just about managing to get out. They catch one main, they do!
It hurts the soul if the medic is practically the last one to die. He gets that longer respawn in the queue. Deer even goes down as well. With somebody capping second point off, I think they can start bum rushing last.
Yeah, this ain't looking too good at all. We do see Temrain just about get up, so at least he can get some crit heals, I guess, but this scout's going to be going all the way towards the point, and no one's even, just about in time, but it ain't enough, man, it ain't enough.
Man, everybody with just a place to be and a time to go over in all of these rounds.
Efficiency, you know, this I-Series is all about efficiency.
But it's okay, we're learning some somber lessons here. 4-0. It is just a round-robin game, Copium, so hopefully you can walk away with a few lessons here. Maybe, don't pick Gully Wash.
I mean, I think this would have probably happened on basically any map.
That's hater talk.
Because Alien Workshop are quite good at the game. But, here we go. First frank's going to be going the way of
Tavi keeps consistently going down. They're prioritizing that demo man a lot, and it has worked for them the previous rounds, but these soldiers seem to cause them a huge number. Some nice rockets, though, coming out of K's good cooking, and they just can't deal with the onslaught of the soldiers rotating back and forth. And with just a demo man left to pour Temrain's name, I think he's going to have to die for the cause here and keep his medic alive.
Yeah, as long as they can get Temarin out alive, which looks like they have managed to do, this isn't a complete disaster. They will be on last, but it will at least be an equal situation. Now, first real opportunity where Alien Workshop are going to try and do something which isn't based purely off momentum. They will... Okay, they'll go for the little skip there, but ultimately, nothing much there.
Yeah, with even Ubers amongst both of these teams, it's kind of up to Alien to see what they can, you know, fish out and get a random little advantage to their name. They do some trading. That means nothing's going to happen between both of these teams. Alien does lose out on Kazuki earlier, but he's going to be back to the world of living relatively soon. It does give a license for Law to push out and maybe make a play happen. Nothing comes of it, but I admire the trying.
Yeah, I mean, you've always got to appreciate the effort. No one likes to stand around doing nothing, and Jades agrees. He's going to be going all the way towards lower. Uber is getting used here. Temarin hasn't had to use it at all, but there's already one frag being lost. A lot of shit being taken towards the point. Uber has now been used so much cap time.
And they've just exiting out of water. Soldier sticking by, doesn't realize there's a glowing player right next to him. And oh, Kindred taking the 1v1 against the Uber player and wins out. It's just Tok left, and it's time's out for TikTok.
Yeah, no, K's good cooking was burnt to a crisp there. Damn.
I mean, you know, we can't... there's a good analogy in here somewhere, but K's good cooking is just... it didn't work out. C'est la vie, you know.
These things happen. You know, everyone makes mistakes.
Does mean, though, that it gives a nice little lengthy sort of break for the players to kind of go back, sift through the ashes, what went wrong, what went right. And K's good cooking, you know, this won't be the last we'll hear from them. They've still got more games coming up. We've still got 3 more games coming up here. So
that is true.
Yeah, so hold off. Go, you know, go for like a little lengthened break. We'll be back with more of our scheduled games soon.